Welcome, Sagittarius, to your June mid-month love reading. This is for the 16th to the 30th of June, 2021. I am Divine Stream, a newer channel, and I'm asking you please subscribe and thank you. All right, I'm going to look at your overall energy first, and then I'm going to do a full reading. Okay, so you have going with the flow. So you're going along, you're going with the everyday, you're moving along and just going with the flow of the situation. I'm going to get a clarifier out on all cards I lay down. What is it, the heart of the matter for Sagittarius? What is it, the heart of the matter? All right, I'm going to lay these down, do the clarifiers, and then do a full reading. Okay, let me get the clarifiers going, and then I'll explain, get more in depth here. All right, I got them all laid out. Here we go. All right, now, your overall theme for the rest of June. And this is a good reflection of the follow-up of the June 1st reading. You were really coming into yourself. You were trying to make decisions. You were healing a part of you. You were coming into your own power. Now you're going with the flow of all that came in the beginning of June, what you were reflecting on, what you were thinking about, decisions you were thinking about making. And some of you are dealing with a Virgo. But this is saying here, I'm going within. I'm really looking over this situation. I'm going with the flow right now. Something you may have discussed between the 1st and the 16th. Something that may have altered. You're just getting into the everyday energy here. Now, at the heart of the matter, and this also represents a Virgo, so this could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, but you have the same energy here, and you're between worlds. So some of you may have come back together with somebody that was an earth sign, doesn't have to be an earth sign, but this is all about a transitional state. You're right down the middle line here. You may have just met, you may have just come back together, or if you were already with somebody, this was discussions or things coming forward that now you're in that traditional state. That's what the heart of the matter is. And also is the energy of the King of Pentacles. He's all about stability, security. He represents upright, the good dad, the good husband, the provider. Now what's crossing you here with this energy is the Star card is all about having faith in the future. This is about wishes and dreams coming true. This is about balancing. See, she has part water and part land, bringing in the balance of what you want. This is about changes that bring the end to a challenging time, like the light at the end of the tunnel. Now, this is a clarifier for time for a nap. So you're a little bit exhausted for all the efforts you were putting in to have your dream come true. And it's also Spirit telling you, because your overall energy here with the Hermit, to take time to relax right now. Go within. Sagittariuses have a very strong, forceful fire energy for what they want. And sometimes you need to step back and be in a non-action state. And that's what your challenge would be right now. Now, what you're carrying with you And this did come up in your June 1st reading. This is reflecting on somebody from the past here. This could be looking back to happy memories. This could be looking at, because the camera card came out, which is the same thing, and looking back and reminiscing. Also, in the June 1st reading, it did speak to someone from your past coming back, and that's what this card also represents, and you being receptive to maybe reconnecting with someone from your past. That's the energy you're carrying. Okay, this is your subconscious energy. This is what's below you. This is what you are receptive to moving forward. Now, in your past, this is the King of Swords. He could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and you were not happy with the synchronicity of events. But the energy is also, with the King of Swords energy, while he could be a very intelligent person, very let's get up and go, very high levels of communication, very demanding and everything, this card does come with somebody who's very emotionally detached. And this is what you could have been dealing with in your past. Now, the Queen of Swords, she cuts through everything she doesn't want. She cuts out situations. She takes her sword. She cuts out people, situations, everything that's not serving her. And she also, like the King of Swords that I just spoke to, carries a lot of intelligent wisdom. Okay? She is the older person's wisdom energy of using your intellect in this situation. Now, she is the clarifier for all that glitters. All that glitters reversed is saying, be very careful about what you're chasing after, what you're trying to do, because this is your potential energy coming up. And all that glitters represents somebody wearing a false mask, somebody not telling the truth. But with this, she cuts through that. She sees through that. And that's what this energy is coming up for you. Now, in your near future here, you have strength about being flexible. And here's your same energy. That's the overall theme. I have going with the flow about a situation, going within. So here's going within, here's strength, here's flexible, here's going with the flow. This is your near future. So what's going to happen, you're going to be strong about. What you're carrying with you down here, you have the Queen of Cups. This is, I want emotional stability. I want compassion. I want kindness. I want an emotional connection. Now, she also represents a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And with Y reversed, this is saying, for some, what are your motives about this person or this energy that you're in denial about? This could say, don't you see that this person is not emotionally available and you're in denial about that? Or this could be saying, because this is a general reading, it's going to be different for everybody. This could be saying, why are you wanting to connect with this person? You could see they're just not giving you what you want. And you're being asked here with this big why to look at your motives, either about the emotional energy that's not available or an actual Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that you're dealing with. But with reverse, this definitely speaks to denial about something. All right, now, the environment around you is a very important decision. This is a fork in the road. This is making a decision. Do I take my lessons? Here's my sword. Here's my communications. Here's everything that came in. Do I take that and move on? That's what you're deciding here. For some, because this is following this energy, okay? Some of you are deciding, I have to move on. That's not for everybody, but many of you, this is what you're stuck with. But you're going to be happy, whatever decision you make, because you have getting the internal wisdom and going with the flow, and you have strength and flexibility about what you're deciding. Now also, this could be somebody else you're dealing with who's making the same decision. All right, now, the going within energy is very strong here. And also, the High Priestess is another water sign, like I just spoke to here. Okay? The larger High Priestess energy is about Pisces and Scorpio. Or I should say stronger. Now, because you have Hermit and High Priestess, this is so connecting with your internal knowing about what I want to do. I'm going with the flow of my decision now of what I want to do. And she is the clarifier for the fates. So there's something karmically about to happen. There's some change that is definitely taking place. And you're really looking at and going within about figuring out what you want. Because what's following this is charging forward. Like, I've made my decision. I went within. I decided what I'm going to do here. I'm accepting the fates of I'm accepting the fates of what is the loudest energy here. And now, here I am charging forward. The Chariot is Cancer energy. And I'm charging forward because here this is fear. And you're charging forward over that fear. Whatever you're fearful about, whatever decisions you may have been afraid about, the energy coming in at the end of June is I'm charging after what I want to do. Whether this is leaving, whether this is connecting with somebody else, whether this is going for this reunion with somebody, being receptive to that. Whatever this is for you, because this is a general reading. Whatever you're charging towards, you're overcoming your fear about that. All right, let's get some relationship cards. All right, Spirit, tell me about Sagittarius for the 16th to the 30th. Tell me about Sagittarius for the 16th to the 30th. 2021. Okay. All right, we have talking. Okay, there's the first stage. Second, happiness is coming in. So you're talking and you're expanding on what you want to do with someone. The third energy is transformation, relationship evolving to the next phase. And on the bottom of the deck, I like you. Someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting. All right, this all showed up in the June 1st reading, that some were reconnecting with somebody from the past coming in who was really looking at your social media, looking over, maybe driving by your house, just really considering. So this is showing the flow of that energy that was showing up in the June 1st reading about reconnecting with somebody with your past. Now for some, this is cutting out somebody that just did not want to be there for you, did not want to go to the next emotional level, did not want to move forward, and you now connecting with somebody with your past. But for others, this was you two, because you have the male and female here on the table, was really cutting to the core matter, having that heart-to-heart discussions, because you did have that in June 1st, and reconnecting with that person in a new way, and you guys taking a leap of faith here. Because this is a general reading, it could go both ways. For some, it's moving on to that person from the past, and for others, it's a rebirth, because you're starting over again. It's like the beginning energy. It's like a rebirth. All right, tell me more. Tell me more, Spirit, for Sagittarius. All right, you have make the effort that flew right out. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So with your High Priestess here and your Hermit, whatever you went within and really got insight on, Spirit's like, follow your gut. Follow that insight that is coming in June. What follows this, Spirit? What card follows this? All right, there you go. You have attraction next. So make the effort. Here's the beginning stages. Talking, I like you, attraction, followed by some type of commitment. And this did show up in June 1st. So you are having a lot of that energy moving forward. This energy that is about these issues is now building. And look at that. The same card on the bottom of the deck. I think this did come out in June 1st. I think this was the same card. This is the romance of a lifetime. So this is telling you that whoever you're having a rebirth with, or whoever you're waiting for, that you're reminiscing about, receptivity's coming in, going with the flow, going within, having that rebirth. It's all coming forward for you, Sagittarius. This is really good. All right, let's find out Spirit's advice for you here. Let's find out Spirit's advice. What advice for Sagittarius here, Spirit, in this situation? What will help them with this? What will help Sagittarius in this situation? Wow. Look what came out. To have and to hold. All right, so for some, this is all about the engagement card and the true love. But to have and to hold also has a warning here that make sure it's a healthy relationship. Because for some, this is about letting go of somebody to allow in the right one. Because it is such a human thing to hold on to others through fear and insecurity. But this dynamic can stifle a relationship's potential to flourish and actually push someone away. Give your relationship the freedom it needs to form a healthy foundation and trust. So for some, this card always speaks to me of letting go of what's not serving you, especially if you were holding on to somebody out of fear and letting in the right one, okay? Because you have a lot of beginning energy here and you have true love. This is a really good sign here. All right, Spirit, what else does Sagittarius need to know, do, or hear? What else does Sagittarius need to know, do, or hear? All right, you have deep emotional healing first. Your heart is ready to heal from the past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward care. So you're healing the old to allow in the new. Is there additional message from this deck, Spirit? Is there an additional message from this deck? Okay, there's nothing else coming out. So for me, this is what Spirit wants you to focus on. Healing the old, allowing in all this great energy that's coming forward. Okay? You have the I like you. You have talking. You have reconnecting with a person that you are currently with or someone coming back from the past. Okay, leading to a higher level of commitment. And I knocked the card. Oh, that's right here. True love. So this is a really good sign, especially with everything that came out in the June 1st reading. This is the flow of that energy now building momentum. This is everything that came up. This is the mid-month follow-up from that reading, and it's telling you everything that you were doing, working towards, trying to work out, is now coming forward for you. This is a good sign, Sagittarius. So this is for June 16th to 30th. I am Divine Stream. Thank you for tuning into my channel, and please subscribe.